All right. Let's dive in, shall we? Today, we're taking a deep dive into your world,
Okay.
and specifically, your research on doing business in Africa.
Sounds good.
We've got some really compelling insights here from Vusi Thembekwayo. He's a prominent African business leader.
Yes,
And, Africa's a hotbed of opportunity right now.
it is.
But he really emphasizes that it's not a one-size-fits-all situation.
Right.
So
So
let's unpack that.
it's interesting because he doesn't just say that.
Yeah,
He doesn't just say Africa's diverse. He throws out these numbers
right.
that hit you like a ton of bricks. 54 countries, over 1,000 tribes,
Oh,
and over 3,000 languages.
wow, over 3,000 languages.
Yeah.
That's mind-boggling.
That's not just diversity. That's a
Yeah.
whole different level of complexity.
That's a staggering statistic, 3,000 languages.
Yeah.
What kind of challenges does that kind of linguistic diversity pose
Yeah.
for businesses trying to enter the African market?
It goes way beyond simple translation, right? You're dealing with deeply ingrained cultural nuances, regional economic hubs that have their own rhythms, varying levels of infrastructure.
Yeah,
I mean, a business strategy that thrives in one country could completely flop in another.
makes sense. So it's about more than just knowing the language, right? It's about understanding the culture behind it.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, Themkweor also talks about
Yeah.
finding a local sponsor,
Mm-hmm.
and he makes it sound pretty crucial.
He does.
Why is that?
And there's a good reason.
Okay,
It's not about finding any sponsor.
right.
It's about identifying someone who genuinely understands your business goals
Okay,
and can navigate the complexities of that specific region.
got it.
Think of them as your trusted guide,
Okay.
your cultural interpreter, someone who opens doors you didn't even know existed.
Oh, so it's like having someone who can vouch for you,
Yes.
connect you with the right people, and basically help you avoid costly missteps.
Yes. And,
Yeah.
I mean, could you give us an example
Yeah, give us an example.
of what a successful sponsor-business relationship looks like in practice?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So imagine a tech company, right,
Okay.
that wants to launch a new fintech solution in Kenya.
Okay.
A successful sponsor, in this case, might be a local entrepreneur,
Okay.
maybe someone who's already made waves in the Kenyan tech scene.
Got it.
They understand the regulatory landscape, they know the key players,
Right.
and most importantly, they have the trust of the community.
Yeah.
That kind of insider knowledge is invaluable.
It's like having a shortcut
It is.
to understanding the market and building that trust.
Totally.
That brings us to another point that Thembekwayo makes
Yeah.
about playing the long game.
Yes.
He really emphasizes that,
He does?
which I find intriguing because we often hear about businesses seeking those quick wins.
Right, right.
So how does this approach translate into building sustainable success in Africa?
It all comes back to those cultural and economic dynamics that we were talking about earlier. In many African cultures, relationships are paramount. Trust takes time,
Yeah.
and business deals aren't just transactions, they're the start of long-term partnerships.
Okay. So what does that mean for our listener?
It means shifting your mindset
Okay.
from short-term gains to long-term value creation.
Got it.
It's about investing in relationships, understanding local needs, and adapting your strategies accordingly.
Right.
It's not about coming in, making a quick buck, and leaving.
Yeah.
It's about becoming a part of the community and contributing to its growth.
So we've gone beyond the surface here.
Yeah.
We've uncovered a strategic roadmap for success in Africa.
Yes.
Respect the diversity, find a sponsor,
That's right.
and play the long game.
Long game. Yeah.
But Thembekwayo's mention of those 3,000 different languages really stuck with me.
Yeah.
And it raises a question for our listeners.
Okay.
How much does language influence business in Africa? Is it a barrier,
Good question.
an opportunity,
Hmm?
or perhaps a bit of both?
Something to think about.
Yeah, something to think about.